And the winner of this award is Oasis.
Oasis won the award.
Oasis.
It's a hat-trick of Brits, of course, for Oasis. Best video, best album, and now best British group.
Isn't anyone there?
In the best producers we
I'd like to thank all the fans, all the people who make us what we are. I'd like to thank all the people.
The same as we always were, you know. We're just the same 4 people, or same 5 people really, who started the group, and you know, we've never changed. We never changed the way we live or anything just because we've become a lot more famous and a lot more successful. We just do what we do.
The MTV Awards performance,
Yeah.
This has something to do, I think, with what Alan had said about you and your sort of perception in North America, maybe specifically the US, not particularly Canada, and your perception in England, as he said, Americans don't get Liam.
Who said that?
I think Alan McGee did.
I don't think many people get me. I think they get me, but I don't know. I don't get myself. Liam doesn't even get Liam. Nobody gets Liam. Not even his wife gets Liam. Who would want him anyway?
Do you have a different persona between the two countries, do you figure?
No. In England, you know what? Hey, listen, in England they don't even fucking get me, so f*** it. You know what I mean? And the day they do get me, the day I'll start worrying. Because I'm not doing my job proper. American people don't like him because he's a bit confrontational. I mean, there's nothing to get me, you know. A singer sings songs that we've been. I mean, that's all there is to get about. I mean, it's like I play guitar and write songs. There's nothing else to get about me. I'm quite boring other than that. Really. It can be quite difficult. It must be boring to be difficult all the time. It must be boring to be that confrontational all the time. But again, you know, never mind.
When you say confrontational, you wouldn't pick a fight with people.
But I'm talking about the same person here, aren't we? Of course he does. Pick a fight with his own toenails. Yeah, but he's always claiming to be picking fights with people, but he's a pussycat, really.
Battles with you and Liam, how much of that is manufactured?
About, I don't know, maybe it's 50% trained, 50% manufactured, really. We don't, I mean, we disagree on a lot of things, but then again, A lot of people in the band disagree. It's not just me and him, you know, it's everyone, you know what I mean? But people just tend to make a big deal about it anyway, because it's us, you know. So I don't really take it that seriously, to be quite honest with you.
You've got a brother, you have fights. Fuck, you've got another brother. Hey, you human.
We could put on an act and pretend to be like best mates and all that, but we don't. It's what needs to be said, then you say it. I mean, it's boring, but that's why I don't do interviews no more. I can't be bothered with it anymore. It's just boring. It's never boring to talk about music. It's boring to talk about everything else other than music, or anything else that doesn't concern music.
There's been numerous articles about it, but they all concentrate on how you got signed, the fighting that you've got, smashing up hotel rooms, all this kind of carry on. Why isn't it they talk so much about the music? Because the music itself is pretty good.
That just sums up the British press, doesn't it? They haven't got much, they haven't got anything constructive to write about, you know what I mean? So if anyone, like a band like us who's in the limelight, if they do anything that's out of the ordinary, then they jump on it.
Oasis is so big now that no matter what happens, you make the news. So do you feel like you're living under a microscope where every little move you make is newsworthy?
Yeah, I don't know whether it's newsworthy, but it's definitely. I mean, everything we sort of tend to live our lives out in the press. It's not. I mean, it's not something that we do on purpose. It's just that I suppose people are just interested in what we do. People just tend to sensationalise things just because it sounds good. Life in this group can be pretty boring, all the hanging around and all the rest of it. But people would have you believe that we're like smashing things up 24 hours a day, which is not true, you know.
Does it worry you maybe there might come a day where people won't write about Oasis as much or talk about Oasis?
I hope so, yeah. Yeah. Looking forward to that. It's when we get a bit of peace and quiet, you know. But as long as you're writing good music and selling records, I suppose it just comes with the job, you know what I mean? You're just going to have to live with it, so we're quite prepared to live with that.
Do you read your own press?
Oh, yeah.
Just because...
I just like reading it so I can just go, right, I'll sue you, and I'll sue you, and then I'll sue you, and then I'll sue you. That's the reason why I read it, you see. Just go, what they said today, thank you very much, have a couple of £1,000 a few. £1,000 a few, a couple of £1,000 a few.
Especially during the record, every day there was a new Oasis story out there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? I think they can get sick of us and go and get it bloody smell.
Is there a worry maybe one day the